called Edith Maud Cook was her partner at the day. In fact, the Spencer didn't go up with them because there wasn't enough gas in the balloon to lift three of them. So the two of them went up, and Edith Cook was the captain of the balloon. She did all right. She landed. She passed over the town of Hanley, but Elsa came down right with wires, electric wires coming along for the trams. So she just swung her legs over, hit the side of a pub, knocked herself out. Anyway, all the guys obviously came out of the pub, saw this lady coming down from the sky, and they kept saying, "Would you like a drink, love?" I'm sure that was it. And so they pumped some alcohol into her. And then she got up on her feet. They went back to the gala. They got up on the stage. She was cheered. She was feted like a famous opera star or something at the time. And I think that did definitely say, oh, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Next day, strangely enough, now she'd only been up once before. The next day, the gas in the balloon couldn't lift two. So they said, well, okay, you're going to go up on your own. Oh, my God, can you imagine that? This is the second time. She knocked herself out the day before. She goes up on her own. She has to release the gas from the balloon, release herself, pull the liberator. That time she landed okay. Well, she did twist her leg a bit, but this is an incredible. And then she went on for the next almost 30 years doing this, over 300 times, landing on railway lines, roads, everything. And in the docks of Cardiff, she nearly drowned because she couldn't swim. That's well documented. I mean, this woman is incredible. Anyway, just before, after I got my wings, first thing I did, I went to the camp tailor, got him to sew them on my right wings. And then when I went home, my mother said, well, Auntie Gooding, that's how I was known, Elsa Spencer, was in hospital. She was dying. She didn't say that she's ill in hospital. She had osteomyelitis, which is like a cancer of the bones. And I believe this was all caused by her many drops. I think the first time she landed, she hit a pub of all things, and it knocked her unconscious. And many, many times during her life, she hit her legs and everything like that. But she came on. She never gave up, even though all the other ones around her died. Anyway, that was it. I came home. I put my uniform on. I went down to St. David's Hospital. Anyway, I got to the hospital. Um, uh, she was in the ward there. In fact, the ward was packed up, not like normally with the beds on the side. They were all just packed in, really, I don't know, like something from Scutari or something. She was in the middle, and I walked over to her, and I sat down on the left side of the bed, showed her proudly my parachute wings, and I said, you're responsible for that. And I took up two small photographs, and she's put it up. She said, can I have this picture? I said, yes, you can. So she put it up on the side of her desk, the little table in front of across the bed, up against a water glass. And I believe that photograph was there till the day she died. And anyway, later on, they moved her bed over by the window because my sister Diane went in to see her. And a lovely lady. I mean, a real, very moral, upright, very intelligent lady. And she said, oh, I heard a robin outside my window this morning, because that's what his original name was, Robinson. And she said, it sang so beautifully. She said, oh, it just made my day.
Hmm.
And that was it, I think, within about a week or so after that, because I was off in getting ready to go to Bahrain in the with the Paras. I never saw her again, and that was the end of it. And Cardiff City Football Club was the other great love of Elsa's life. She would walk down to see them everywhere. I mean, this is about a mile or so to the Cardiff City Stadium. And she went down, great football supporter right to the end. So I think in the end, it would be lovely. I think the ideal thing is if Weatherspoons could ever have a pub named after her, as they did for Ernest Willows, in Cardiff City Football Stadium. That would be beautiful, called the Elsa Spencer. That would be,
What
to me, that would be the perfect, not a cold memorial, but a nice warm pub where we could go in and have some fish and chips and a beer and a pint of Guinness or something and really celebrate her life. Uh, the book is, it's about just out short of 200 pages long. Um, there's a little poem. I did a series of soldiers' poems, many they never got published, but there's one little bit that was left, and it says, from the mists of Eden's gate, through clouds of snowy kings, safe down to Mother Earth on angels' silken wings. That I wrote about it way before the book, and it just describes my experience as a parachutist. And the first part of that starts off, Silken Wings is primarily about one incredible woman, but also about many incredible or remarkable women. From the Victorian era through to the Edwardian Britain, when women couldn't vote, they couldn't open a bank account, they couldn't own property. These pioneering and frankly foolhardy young ladies smashed through the glass ceiling and freely ascended thousands of feet into the air like angels on silken wings. Sadly, as they lived and fought for this newfound freedom, many of them had to die for it. So it's not just about Elsa Spencer, it's about Emily Devoy, it's Edith Maud Cook, and all the ladies that did go up and very bravely die. Again, supporting hospitals because this was the major attraction at those times. So it wasn't just a fun thing, they were doing a very good social purpose. You go up there, it's quiet. There's no roar of engines. There's no smell of anything. There's none of that fear. It's very gentle. There's just the sound of the wind blowing through the rigging lines. And you drift and you look down, and the earth is just clean and beautiful. You don't see garbage. You don't see anything like that. It's just a beautiful model below you. And you're floating like an angel on silken wings above it. It's a gorgeous feeling. People should go up in a hot air balloon. I think they're a wonderful experience.